Well, I'm retired. I'm officially retired. It's only 11:30 on December 31st, but my boss let me go home early because nothing was happening. So I'm officially retired. Of course, I forgot to get my tools out of the van, so he called me and told me I left my tools in the van, so I'm going back to get them. Then I'll retire again. I'll get it right one of these days. It's quite an experience living long enough to retire, I'll tell you. I'm a little surprised that I made it. Okay, I'm just goofing off here today. I don't even know what day it is. Probably Thursday or Friday. Thursday, I think. Thursday. It's one of them days kind of towards the middle or end of the week. Yeah. First of the year. This will be, it's January 2nd, so that'd be Thursday. Yeah. See? I almost knew what I was doing. Almost. But anyways, we're doing good here. I'm making a deal with my sister. I told her that Fred Meyer had NutriBullets on sale for $50 after Christmas. A juicer thing. And she had an old Jack LaLanne juicer she was going to give me. I said, well, why don't I go buy this one for you? And you wanted to try it out anyway. And then I'll trade you it for your Jack LaLanne juicer. She says, great, I want one of them because it'll grind up apple seeds. Turn it into food. And I thought, well, okay, fine. I'll be picking apple seeds out of whatever I grind, I guess, but that's fine. You know how the human mind works. We're just all evil and selfish and mean. We try to keep most of that from coming out of our mouths when we can, but it does spew forth occasionally. But anyways, when I got to Fred Meyer, I found out it wasn't a NutriBullet at all. It's something called a Magic Bullet. But I bought it anyway, and we'll see how it works out. She said she'd give it a try. I called her from the store. She says if it don't chew up them apple seeds and turn it into food, though, she may take it back. Get her a NutriBullet. So that's probably a good idea. This day and age, you know, you don't want to have the wrong kind of bullet in your house. Get arrested for that. Anyways. Oh, the GPS told me I need to turn here, so I'm going to do it. Sometimes she gives me almost enough notice to accomplish it without killing 3 or 4 people at the same time. People out here jogging in the park. Well, jogging by the park. Sun's a-shining. A little frost on the grass blades. 34 degrees. What do you expect? And it's 9:10 in the morning. And I am going over to church. I do that sometimes. You may have noticed. Today is the day that, with Rhonda's help, we undecorate the church from Christmas. It's not that we have lost our sense of what Christmas is all about. It's just that it's no longer Christmas season here in the first week of January, and it's just time to take the wreaths and the trees and the lights down, you know. Move on with January now. We're in a whole nother year than what Christmas was in, so it makes sense. So anyway, that's what we're going to do. We got some volunteers, hopefully, to help Rhonda out and get this thing done. Look at that. People lined up to get their caffeine fix today. Whee! There's the Beirut Hookah Lounge and Smoke Shop. Whatever in the world that is, I have no idea. Here we go. So we'll be at the church in just a few more minutes. Unlock the doors. Get everything set up so they can get in. They're coming at 9:30. It's 9:13 now. So I got a little time to unlock the church. It seems like Saturday today, but I've noticed that since I retire that most of the days seem like Saturday. I think it's supposed to be that way, isn't it? I don't know. I never retired before. And here's the park. This is where I ought to be coming over here to run. I tried running the other day a little bit over at the church. We got a big round church. You can probably run around that church 20 times and have yourself a mile distance. I didn't go, well, I did go about that far, I guess. But it was hard. I haven't worked out or done anything exercise for several years now, so it's time to see what I can do. I'm an old man. I might be to the point in my life where every day is Saturday, but that don't mean I can't go out and play. Yeah, I'd like to go play. I think that's a good idea. I kind of remember that, well, I remember very distinctly that when I was running, like every other day, 2 or 3 miles, I did that for 8 years, I guess, year round. In the dark and the rain and all that stuff. I don't know what in the world I was thinking. But I do remember that I felt a whole lot better back then than I do now. And there's a person at my church who has recently trimmed up a little bit and got into shape. And they look good. I notice that when this person walks down the hall, they leave the rest of us behind now. Unless they catch themselves and slow down on purpose. I would like to have a little more energy. I think that's a wonderful mindset to get to live from, you know what I mean? More energy is a good thing. Alright, well here's the church. Let's go see. Decorations are still here. I hope they are, because these people are going to want to take them down pretty soon here. I'm telling you, it's just beautiful out today. Sun's shining. People riding bikes. All kinds of wonderful things. Of course, they're wearing big coats. Yeah, it's pretty. It's just nice and sunny and wonderful. But don't get out of the truck. It's 37, 8 degrees out there. It's freezing cold. Your feet will freeze to the sidewalk if you get out of the truck. I'm telling you, it's a bad idea. I tried it a few minutes ago. I didn't stick to the ground, but I sure did get cold. It helps to have the sun shining, though, instead of having it rain or be foggy or something like that. So that's good. I like the sun. Lovely, the sunshine. Yeah, Oregon's a fine place to live if you're not from California. Write that down. That's profound. That ought to be on YouTube.